Well, hello there. This is Kathy Crow. I'm kind of remembering that I think my sound is down, so I'm gonna. I don't even think that affects my volume. And Jeff just slid something pink under my. Thank you. Two pink things under my door. Anyway, anyway. I hope you're having a lovely day. We got back from California, I guess just a day ago, and you're doing that, the flight thing. It's kind of unusual. Hi, Mary. How are you guys doing today? Hope things are going well, and that your husband is doing well. Hopefully he's getting near the end of that, and I'll just keep you guys in our prayers, and hopefully that goes well. And anyway, real quick, I need to kind of jump over here. I'm moving you a little bit so that you can kind of see my head. I don't know if you want to see my head, but I have to come over and try to find my video, or I cannot see any comments, and it just takes like forever for me to find this video every week. I kind of found it, but then when I'm trying to click on it, it is being difficult, and I think actually I found it pretty easily today. All right, awesome, I did. All right, so I'm going to move you back. You saw my fan going there. The fan is definitely going big time today. It's 99 degrees. I just looked before I came on because I saw a bunch of comments that people said it was really hot. Oh, okay, Mary, thank you for letting us know that. Our whole team is going to be praying for you, I know. And that makes going through these things a little bit easier to know that it isn't just you that's bringing that to God's attention every day. And it does help to remind us that God is the one that can cure us and help us, even though he uses all of these people and things that we have in this world to help us. He's the one in charge of that. And we just pray that it is going to be good, and then we confidently move out that it is going to be. I mean, that's where the faith part comes in. You just have to, some people would call it blind faith, that you're just, have a positive opinion. You're looking on the bright side and have a positive outlook on life. The reality is that even those of us who are like me, kind of a pessimist, tend to look on the negative side and think that you have to protect yourself because things are probably going to just get worse. Even those that are like me, it's not positive thinking, because that's not something I can dredge up. God actually can do and does do. And so we act in faith, just believing that. And then he takes care of all the fallout from that when we're wrong too, and we make wrong decisions, because I know I sure do various times. So back to the weather. Going to be 106 today. I don't know what it's like in Moses Lake. I assume it's going to be just as hot there, because I saw in Spokane it was even 99. It's 99 here now, going to be 106. And some other places in the country, I was kind of looking at the weather and thinking that it's pretty hot everywhere, but not too bad in some places. And at least it looked like humidity wasn't what it could have been. So I've got my little fan going. I did not even bother curling my hair because it's going to just look trash today. Anyway, because that's not going to stay put. And I'm feeling pretty relaxed anyway. Like I said, Jeff and I got back from California and to see our daughter and her husband and their new little baby. And it was really nice to be able to see them. And we had a really good time while we were there at a whole bunch of restaurants. So I will tell you what our favorite places were. We went to Hermosa Beach, and Jeff hadn't been there. Now, grew up in California, and so he knows a lot about California. So it was really, really fun to find a place together that he hadn't really seen. Hi, Sylvia. Good to see you. Oh, it's... Now, I don't know what -2... Oh, because that's winter where you are, New Zealand. No way -2 Fahrenheit. No way. Are you kidding me? That is so cold. Sylvia. It's so funny when you have... Hi, Andy. Good to see you, too. Okay, I'm going to draw the names. So Michelle won last week. This is for the drawing for those of you who are watching and sharing my video last week. Thank you so very much for doing that. I do really appreciate it. And Sylvia, I hope that you are staying nice and warm. It's so funny that we're just such complete opposites. So hot right now, and you are so cold. So funny in a not great way, I guess. All right, so we'll see. Oh, Karen Gardner, you won. Now, Karen doesn't always watch, so we'll see if she even finds out. She also has grandkids, so the grandkids sort of keep us busy and not doing all of the crafting things that we might. No mistake. Oh, 2 Celsius. Still very cold, but not as much as Fahrenheit. So 2 Celsius, that's a little more doable, isn't it? And it's also meaning a good thing for us because we get so much of our food from you. You guys are my major world food producers, so glad to hear that. It's only 2 because otherwise, yeah, bye-bye all the more tropical kind of things that we get. Thanks, Andy, for sharing. So share, and then you'll get entered next week. So I am doing today, we're doing Game On. This is a set that's in the catalog. It does not have any dies, so this is actually a really good one, I think. If you have somebody in mind who likes to play any games, might have a bridge club or chess club. I don't know how many of us do chess anymore, but I think a lot of people do. It's really fun. Most people are probably doing it on their computer. Even if they're playing with other people, they're doing it all on the computer. So this is a good set, kind of for a throwback. Those of us who like to touch things prefer to play with a deck of cards, I think, rather than on the computer. But anyway, that's just me. So I'm going to put the camera down and show you what I'm working on, and we will get started. All right, so watch your eyes as I flip the camera. It seems to work best if I just do a quick flip. And today, let's see if I can stay in the picture better. I've got my little, so I actually got on the ball a little bit earlier today and put out, this is the number for Game On. When I'm all done, if you want to, I know it's so small you can't even see it right now, but you could always pause my video later and hone in on that, or just get a catalog from me. And I've got my little sticker here with my host code on it. So these are the colors I'm using today, and again, this is just a inexpensive set that you can do some really cool cards with. So the first one we're going to start with is this one, and this is going to be very, very simple stamping today. I do have some things pre-cut. I thought I had everything pre-cut. There we go. I thought I had most things pre-cut. So what I'm going to do is see. So this one is 5 3 3/4, and I'm glad I put a sticker on that, or I wouldn't have even known which one I was supposed to be stamping on. My blade is getting just a tad. Well, maybe I'll stick you here, kind of keep you guys in place. My blade on my trimmers, I need to replace it. I have a new one. Why am I not replacing it? I don't know. I don't think about it until after I've already cut something, and then most of the time it works, so it's just once in a while. So you're going to see how quick and easy this set is to do. I am going to just take my chess man out, and let's start with the little checkerboard or chessboard. Okay, now I did not get my blocks out. I should have done that because it's kind of noisy when I get all of these out. I'm not sure. Might need the big one. I'm not real sure that I do. All right, now this checkerboard is really small. Hi, Linda. It's good to see you. How are you doing? I got your card. It was really pretty. Thank you. I love that sunflowers set. It's probably one of my favorite ones for flowers. I mean, I like the landscapes a lot, but for flowers, it's probably one of my favorite ones. And I think I'm going to move my camera over just a tad here. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to be using this quite a bit underneath as a stamp off area, because there is a card that I'm going to do. We're going to do 3 projects. And but this first round, I don't really need to stamp off at all, because I'm just going to start here where I want the strongest one, and you're going to see how forgiving this set is. And let's get another one that's fairly strong. We'll do it there. And then this one here. Now, I didn't get it perfectly straight. It's not going to matter. If I wanted to, I could do another one, and I could do another one. It really wouldn't matter. I'm going to stop there. But as I was working with this set, oh, Andy, you are so nice. You are, would easily be able to, anybody could use this set. This is like a super, super easy one to do. All right, so now that we have our little checkerboard, now we can move on to the chessmen. And yeah, Andy, this one is particularly decorative, so I think you guys are gonna really like it. Now, I am gonna, my ink pad, this is just basic black tuxedo memento, but it's a new one. So I've noticed that sometimes it's kind of heavy when I first stamp it on, and or not heavy enough, and I want to make sure that I'm inking it up good. Now, do you see that? See how inked, way too inky it is? And then when I pressed it there, it's like way too strong up there at the top. So just a word of warning, sometimes these don't, you know, they're not as evenly inked, and it could be because I think this is a new one though, so it's not because I inked it weirdly. It's because its ink placement is just not quite as even as it could be. And you could probably take a bone folder or I've seen on Pinterest where people took a spoon and, you know, when they were re-inking their pads, they used a spoon. And I tend to just use the bottle, you know, to do it. I'm getting my old inker out, and let's see. There, so this is my old pad. I think I'm gonna feel more confident in getting a good, because I want a really good impression here. Now it can be, again, it's not gonna really matter where you put it. I just don't want to cover up that chess guy with my checkerboard, so I did it so that I could see my chessmen. And then you've got your cute little dies, just using black, and I'm gonna do 2 of these, one here, and I did get my, I'm kind of scrunching for space here, so we'll go like that on that one. Okay, now the problem is that this does have a shadow on the bottom, and I didn't really want that shadow to be up. So I'm gonna take my little gel pen. It's just a little white gel pen. And normally I probably wouldn't even worry about it, but you can probably see what I did here. The rim of my stamp, I must have rocked my stamp. So I actually smudged it just a tiny bit there, and I don't want to show that. And then this too, I don't really want all of that. Now this is not going to eliminate this shadow, but it's going to lighten it up a little bit anyway. And then if I really disliked this a lot, which I might by the time this dries, I might decide, I think I'm going to go ahead and just re-ink it and do it again. We'll see. My tag is going in there, so I'm thinking I could just get rid of my tag. You know, I mean, I could just lower my tag too, but the reality is that I don't really like that. And I only need a little bit of this for my card, so I am going on to the other one, but I do want it to be this side. So we're gonna just do it again and see what happens, okay? So here's my little checkerboard. Let's try it again. So one here, and I think I didn't leave myself quite enough room. So one there, and one there, and one there. Okay. Now again, I wasn't careful. See how forgiving it is? Just really forgiving. It has nice edges on it. All right, Linda, so what's it like in Virginia? It's super hot here today, super hot. And I don't know if you guys, did you get any of that hurricane that was coming through? That was pretty scary, and I heard that a whole bunch of people had this hurricane, and that a lot of the news media just totally didn't cover it at all, which is so strange. Okay, so at this time I'm gonna start here so I can get my dice in and not have it, you know, it doesn't matter if it goes off a little bit. I don't want it to not fit. All right, so that's all of the stamping I'm gonna do with that. And then I'm gonna set you aside and grab out this one because I wanna do my cards with real red. This is just real red. And we'll use the little sentiment that comes with it too. So I'm just using this set today. Will you fit? I think you will. Very good. All right. Make sure I'm stamping on the correct thing. Now that's pretty dark, so if I'm not sure that I like it that dark, I could flip it over. Not push quite so hard. It's so kind of supposed to have that aged look. I do like it. It's real pretty. And again, it's also really forgiving. It's raining and no hurricane. Excellent. You do not want a hurricane. Raining is okay if it's not humid with the rain. So I'm going to do Hope Your Day is All Fun and Games. This is going to be a really good one for birthdays, isn't it? Okay, I'll put you on the end there. Okay, so that's why I got this set. I think this is going to make a lot of really good birthday cards for guys and for children, as I'm always on the lookout for that. So I took our plaid tidings. I love that black and white. Oh, let me move you up. You're like super, super close. And so this is 4.5 by 5 3/4. I wanted this to be big enough that I can get this on here, and I'm gonna fussy cut those cards out and have plenty of room for it to just hang out there. So let's get some glue. Just gonna glue that on the back. Now when we went to California and ate a bunch, I just told myself I am going to gain weight during this time, and it's perfectly fine. You're just gonna have to starve yourself when you come back, because I wanted to eat out. So I am going to share with you some of my some hints about if you go to Hermosa Beach, where you might want to eat. It was really good. This piece is 4 3/4 by 6. Okay, and did I even take off that sticky note? I hope I did. I might not have. It might still be on the back, but I stamped on that one, so it's probably not on the back. Pretty funny. Oh, I see it over there on the side. Good. These are the kind of things you leave the house with a sticky note stuck to the back of your bum as you're walking along the store, and then you find it in your car seat later and wonder, I wonder how long that was hitching a ride along with me all over the store. Okay, there we go. So we went to a place, first of all, the hotel we went to was pretty close to the beach. Unless you want to spend $600 a night for a room, you cannot have, or if you just have a friend or something, because one of the places we walked by was for sale. So Jeff came home and looked at it, and it was $19 million. So it's pretty unlikely to find a person like us that, you know, has for most of our adult life was living on a teacher's salary. You're not going to find us even renting a room like that. But it didn't matter because the hotel's really nice, and it was a very short walk right up the Strand. It was really, really pretty. Okay, so what I'm going to do, now that I've got my card kind of done, my base card, I'm going to just do my card the way I normally do, which I am going to not worry about measurements. I'm just going to, I know this one's bigger, so I can't just do my normal measurements. I'm going to just line it right up on my cardstock and then cut it where I want. In this case, it is actually at 6 inches. So 6 inches across, and probably have that dimension written in right here, 4 3/4. Let's see if that's accurate. Looks pretty accurate. So 4 3/4. And then I'm gonna just score that and cut it. Oh, good, Andy, I like you. I hope that you like this card. This, again, really an easy one. So if you have someone who you would like to have join your team, you should have them come over to your house and do this. Because I'm not using dimensionals on it yet. This is just going to be glued on. There's no ribbon. Because this is going to be for a kid or a guy. And so we're going totally without ribbon because, again, sometimes when you're starting, just fussing with a bow is tiresome. It's just a little bit more effort than people want to do. All right, so I'm going to take these dimensions and get rid of them. I think we're all done with that. All right, now, fussy cut time. Let me grab just regular scissors, and I think both of them turned out pretty nice, but we'll do this. And let me bring you down. You can enjoy this while I tell you about, okay, Scotty's. So we walked down the Strand. There's a Strand from the hotel. It's just 1 block from our hotel. And the Strand was actually, it went right down to Hermosa Beach, which was a really nice family-friendly beach. Super family-friendly. And it was not all closed. I checked because a lot of places right now are closed, but most places were open. And anyhow, it was it's down a hill. So the hill was a little bit of a walk for somebody who doesn't like to walk, but for Jeff and I, we loved it. It was great. A lot of biking going on there, a lot of rollerblading, and a little bit of skateboarding, not a ton. Some surfing even happening there, although it didn't look like the waves were very good. They have a surf class right there, so it was perfect for people beginners. We watched them. They were having a great time, and they were obvious beginners. So if Jeff had been in the mood to do a surfing class, he could have done it, because I know he used to want to do that. I don't know that he's so eager anymore to do it. Isn't that cute? All right, so for this one, I just wanted it to match the words. I didn't want to take a long time to try to find a, as far as my cutting goes, I'm not trying to find a rectangle die, stitched die that's exactly this shape. I did look, and they weren't exactly. I want it super close, and so I'm just cutting it. And the same with my real red. I'm just gonna cut it. Get rid of some of my scraps on the side. And here's a little scrap of real red. And I'll just glue that on there if I can grasp it. So Scotty's has outside seating, and I think every place has adapted and has acquired outside seating. Now, I don't know what's going to happen when the temperatures drop, but for now it was good. And we didn't have to really wait either, so that was nice. All right, just a slight edge on there. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you're doing a class with beginners, it's encouraging for them to see that you make mistakes. You do not have to have perfection happening here. All right, now we do want our dimensionals on there too. And I've got some little edge stuff going on here, so let's take that off. Stick that on, and voila, one card already done. And then for this one, I will be putting a nice happy birthday greeting on the inside. Now, I really like the Knight Chess Man. He's probably one of my favorites. So we'll move the tag over here and cover that up. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, that's number 1. Let me put you here and get rid of my bin. And then the next one I want to do is this one. This is using terracotta tile. Find my cards. All right, so we're gonna do, kind of doing it from scrap this time. Or scratch, I didn't cut everything out. I just got out the colors. All right, so we've got a, I'm gonna do the stitched rectangle die, and it's the biggest one, but I'll cut it out after I've stamped on it. So I'm just following the same pattern. This time just doing it slightly different, and we're gonna start with Night of Navy. Where are you, Night of Navy? There we go. Okay, now I did re-ink this one. Hi Trudy, it's good to see you. How are you doing? Ooh, you can see I re-inked it because look at that ink in there. All right, so this could be messy. Let me grab out a wipe first of all so that I can clean off my Night of Navy hands. I suspect that's gonna be needed. When we went to Scotty's, we were there for breakfast, so it was a good start to the day, but I think we didn't eat again until like, I don't know, 6 o'clock or so. It was pretty filling. Okay, now that's pretty inky. Let me look and see how I did this. So I'm going to put one sort of low, and then I am not going to, re-ink it again. We're gonna just go with this, and maybe even just a little bit at the bottom. Now, since I'm at the very bottom, I could go over it, and you can see even though my stamp went up into it again. Again, look at this. This is just such a forgiving background stamp. It doesn't, you cannot mess it up. It's perfect. All right, now we want to use terracotta tile. Let's see, should I do my sentiment first? I want to have Lucky Me here as my sentiment, so let's just do it while I've got my, what's this? Oh, that's my label. All right, I don't want to use that. So we'll do Lucky Me over here somewhere. And when you do it, you're gonna, first of all, you're gonna say, uh-oh, it didn't stamp properly. No, it did. Those are little stars. It's supposed to look kind of sparkly, so the stamp itself is perfectly fine. It's not supposed to be, it's lucky, lucky, sparkly lucky. Good, Trudy's doing good. That is fantastic. All right, now we're gonna use terracotta tile. I don't even remember what I had for breakfast. It was really good though. Yeah, and so the whole time we had the view of the ocean. It was like, I don't know, 40 yards maybe from us. It was gorgeous. I'm gonna stamp right over, oops, we're going this way though. I have the lighter places here, and that's what I'm stamping over. I'm not fussy cutting anything out. This is just gonna be stamped right on to the checkerboard. So let's get your cards, your little deck of cards. Are you lucky? I'm sometimes lucky, sometimes not. So it seems like it goes in spurts. Sometimes I'm lucky and sometimes not so much. All right, right there. And clean, clean, clean. Now in my other card, I did not do that square, so it doesn't show there, but I don't think it's really gonna matter, so I'm just leaving it. I deliberately left out this stamp when I stamped so that my cards could hang there nicer. So a little better maybe, but it doesn't really matter. And chessmen on the side. Okay, now I pushed that one down pretty good. I wanted that to be fairly dark since it's right over that Night of Navy. It's pretty dark. And our little dies. I keep getting out, this little guy keeps coming out too, so we'll just get him out. And so I want to make sure the shadow of my dies is going here. Ooh. for some reason I'm getting this edge. I didn't before. I think it's because I'm pushing more, but I think what I need to do, since that's happened at least 2 times now, we will do, let's grab these are my gummy scissors. I'm gonna just trim, 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 because I'm tired of that happening. There we go. And now, you guys shouldn't have that problem again. All right, and then the little Lucky Charms, aren't they cute? I bet I have a little stamp in here somewhere. A little tiny block. All right, let's not press quite so hard. We'll go like this. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm not getting quite the impression I want there. I think I'll conceal my little schmudge with you. All right, there we go. You can't even see my schmudge. All right, and then the next night when we were in Hermosa Beach, we went to, or at night, we went down to Redondo Beach. Has a place called Buca's, B-U-C-A. It was really good. All right, so our tag, let's finish that tag out. I want to put my little Lucky Charms on that tag too. Oh, hey, you know what? I think I have my tag all cut out. Where are you? I'd better do that again, because I want to use this. Now, I couldn't, this is not, I thought this was Ornate Frames, because Ornate Frames has a die like this, and then when I went to look at my product list, I couldn't find it. So that is not the Ornate Frame. If you guys know what that die is, let me know. I can't find it now. Not sure which one it is. So frustrating. When you have too many dies, that's what happens. Okay, I'm gonna have to get my head over this so that I can hopefully stamp it well. There we go. And let me put that away. Anyhow, at Buca's, we had a spaghetti dinner, because it was like a family style. Now, we have a restaurant that serves Italian food like that too, where you go in and you order one thing basically. They in our town is so small, and that the place has 2 meals a night. Now start in the middle. Okay, so I'm gonna just start kind of under the eye, and then work your way out. Now, I should have used my Stamparatas, because then I could have gotten that lined up perfectly, and it's off a little, but it's okay. It sort of is equally off, so it's working out. You know, you go in family style, you order one of 2 options, and you just share it, and it feeds, typically, they say 4, but it's always 3. Well, this place doesn't lie about what it serves, and it was really reasonably priced. But they had a lot of options too. You weren't limited to just the 2 options, so that was nice. But because there was just 2 of us, we had spaghetti. And because I haven't ever done it before and didn't know, how great the food might be, I didn't want to risk not enjoying it, so we had spaghetti. I figured spaghetti's pretty safe. Those meatballs, I am serious. There were just 2. They were this big, ladies. They were this big. They were a half-pound meatballs. It was a lot, but they were so good that I ate it all and enjoyed it a great deal, because I'm not the biggest meat fan, and Jeff likes meatballs better than I do, but they were really, really good. And then the garlic bread. Oh my goodness, so delicious. We really reeked of garlic when we left. In fact, as we were eating, we were reeking of garlic. All right, so here we go. We'll put this on. And then I can position my rectangle die to make sure my lines are reasonably straight. It doesn't matter so much how well I stamped because I can just kind of make it work. And we'll put that on there. Since I'm running it the long way through, it's being very stubborn. Why are you? I've got one plate there, right? I do. It doesn't like going in this way. I'm gonna have to, now I've got it going though. Come on, you've gotta, I've got one plate, right? It's like, it's feeling like I've got 2 plates in there. There we go. Wow, that was really tough. And this side is just as much, so, wow. Well, that was cut good. Yeah, that was like a super thick plate, but it wasn't. Maybe it's because this one's a little bit concave. I don't know. Weird. I've used this quite a bit, and that has never been that difficult to get through. So usually when I'm doing a die, you know, you want to send your die in smaller size, and it rolls through easier. So rolling it through that direction, probably why. And I think there was some leftover cardstock there. Maybe that was throwing it off too. All right, so that is done. I'm glad that was kind of a challenge. All right. Okay, so now we'll put some Night of Navy underneath there. I think I'll just cut it while I'm going here. I've kind of got too many things happening on the side. Let's make a space. There we go. All right, so just gluing these things down, so I don't really need, I'm just looking for my trimmer. There you are. It disappeared on me. Let's glue it and then I'll trim it. When I pulled it out of the die, it was stuck in that die so much it tore there. That's interesting. I've never had that happen before. But you did see I had a tiny piece of cardstock stuck in the die itself. So I'm wondering if that just like was totally messing with it. All right. And now we'll trim this up. Get it about where I want it. And that side. Right there. And then I will just do the same thing with my terracotta tile. I'm just going to lay it on there and then trim the edges. Now, if you're doing this for, again, for somebody who's a beginner, this is actually not a bad technique, you know, to show them. Oh, good, Mary. I'm glad you like that. It is pretty fun. It's a good technique because now Mary's been doing this. I don't know how long, but I've seen her work. So she's been doing this a while. So when you've been doing these things a while, I don't think any of you guys are new, but I bet all of you know people that might enjoy doing cards. So it's not bad to show them that you can do it like this. Having the pieces all cut out for them is nice in that it's all measured and whatnot. But you do not have to work that way. Now the problem is you're going to see as I go, it's possible that I'm going to get one side a little thinner than I like. When you've done this a lot, you kind of know where your cutting line is, and so it doesn't happen as often. But with a newer person, a lot of times if they do it the way I just did it, they are going to cut one border too skinny, and they're not going to be happy with what they did. And so if you're doing a class, you don't want that to happen. So you definitely want to have it all cut out for them. But I'm just kind of doing this to show you. You can kind of go with it and not have everything all perfect. Yeah, ahead of time. It sort of makes card making a little more fun if you can use your scraps and whatnot. And it's a little easier to use your scraps up if you do it this way. All right, so there's the score line. And also I just came back from vacation, so I knew I wasn't going to have a ton of time to spend pre-measuring and pre-cutting out and all of that. It's sort of a cheater's way of card making. All right, so we did eat way too much that night. I think I only gained 3 pounds. I'm pretty happy with that, because another place that we went to that we don't have here is called, it's Creamistry. Have you ever heard of Creamistry? They freshly make your ice cream right there with nitrogen, and oh my goodness, it was the most delicious thing I've ever had. Oh, I didn't do my little lucky pieces, so let's do that. Maybe this time, maybe I should use my Stamparatus. The trouble is with my Stamparatus, I don't know, with my rubber stamp, I might do just as poorly with my Stamparatus. With those clear ones, you can see so much better where you're placing your stamp. I think I have just, see, I positioned my sticker poorly here, so it's a little deceptive. Oh, I'm gonna have to just move this out. If I don't move it out, I'm really gonna be in bad shape. Ooh, I smudged it a tiny bit right there, didn't I? Ah, look at that. Wow. I'm gonna have to live with that. I don't like it, but I'm gonna have to. And I'm thinking I'm gonna put a little dot or something there, because that's just like totally not good enough. Oh wow. I do have another tag. This happens all the time. When you're, that's why, you know, anyway, this time I'm starting with you. Okay, we're starting with you. And I'm gonna have to do a little doctoring to help myself here. So I'm gonna cut the rubber right against my base of my little lucky piece. And then we're going to be a little more careful about my positioning. There. Okay, now we're good. Because now I should be able to see right where it is. I'm still lowering it each time. I think it's because I'm off camera and I'm looking at, instead of looking right down at it, I'm looking at it like this. It does make a difference in your stamping. All right, but we're gonna have to just live with that. But at least it's not smudged this time. But it's funny, isn't it? Because look, I think I positioned it badly, almost exactly the same way. What are the odds of that happening? At least I didn't get that extra smudge in there. All right, lucky me. Okay, putting you right there. Okay, it's a little better. It's a little better. Passable. Okay, so I don't know which is better. I think Jeff and I had a wonderful time. We can eat pretty much anything we want. We just get fat when we do it. So, you know, pretty sweet deal. We had a wonderful time eating out and all of that. Now I'm going to take my little scrap of terracotta tile, and I'm going to just cut around this because I can't even find this die. And when I did this card, I fussy cut around it anyway. It would have been just as long to, you know, to do 2 dies, cut them in half, etc., etc., because that's how you can layer these if you don't have a matching layered die. But for me, I just decided, I'm gonna just trim you up, and you're a little sloppy, but not too bad. All right, let me get rid of my scraps. And that goes right there. No ribbon or anything, although you could do that. Because of the way this die is too, a little dimensional up here at the top would look cool. Maybe a couple of them, but again, I'm keeping it simple. Possibly gonna be a guy card or a little kid's card. Okay, that is that one. So what else do I have going on here? Actually not going to have time to do this one because I want to do this little backpack. This one turned out cute too. Now I'm going to do these in my newsletter. If you haven't signed up for my newsletter, go ahead and do it if you want actual dimensions and all of that. But this turned out pretty cute using that woven frames, you know, die and embossing folder, and then this is just terracotta and whatnot. So hang on, and that will be forthcoming in the newsletter. And last project. Okay, this is Erica Serwin's little backpack. Isn't it cute? And I think it's going to fit. I think a pack of cards is going to fit perfectly in this one. Now, I haven't tested it yet because I have to undo it to see if that's the case. Yes, perfect little fit in there. Although I would probably need to put my cards in there and then put my holes on here. I would have to put them up higher. So I'm not going to even do the holes. I just think that's going to look really cute. And I'm not going to take time to shove that all in there. These are actually cards. I think these are our kids. I got into our kids' little old toy closet and found those because we don't do any of that anymore. I don't know. I guess I just don't have the desire to do all of that stuff anymore. All right, so let me tell you how to cut this. So this is, I kind of got rolled up in my bin down there. This is cinnamon cider. Cinnamon cider. So I took a sheet of cinnamon cider and I scored this long side. Let me turn it this way. Okay, I scored it at 3 inches and then 4.5 inches and then 7.5 inches and 9 inches. And those are written right here if you're wanting to know what this little backpack's dimensions are. Okay, it starts at 8.5 by 9.5 inches and then scored at 3 inches, 4.5 inches, 7, well, and you'd be shoving it through like this, so it would look like 3 inches, 4.5 inches, you know, 7.5 inches, and 9 inches on the end. And then you turn it this direction. Okay, and the short side you're scoring at 1.5 inch and then 5.25, but don't go past this last score line. You're going to stop before you get to the last score line, and that part you're going to be cutting out. Now this isn't exactly the same. Why isn't it not? Oh, it is. It's just this direction. Okay. No, it is different. Why is my backpack different? What have I done? This is my, I thought this was my backpack, but this is looking different. So now I'm not so sure that I'm doing it right. Let's find out. Because that doesn't look like it has all the edges to it. I wonder if I had to modify it to make this work. Or is it this way? This is so funny because this is not looking like my backpack. I had this in there with my, oh, there we go. It's like this. Yes, 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 like this. Okay. Whew. But I cut off a lot more. Well, 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 what do you know? Did I score it wrong? I don't think so, because my score lines are matching up. All right, so what you are going to do is, that is curious, very curious. Now I'm thinking, did I alter the height of it? No. Oh my goodness, I wonder what I did. Now this is the bottom, so let's do it like this. Oh, there we go. I just had it flip-flopped wrong. Okay, now I gotcha. So what you need to do where you scored, when you had it this way and you scored at 5 1/4, that is the line that you're going to be cutting away. Okay, so do I have a score line there? I do. So then what you do is you take your scissors and you're going to cut this score line and cut this score line. So I just have instructions for the dimensions, and then I cut a template like this and keep it in there so that I can figure out what's what. But as you can see, sometimes in the figuring what's what, it gets complicated. But this is a cute little bag, really super cute. All right, so I cut on those score lines. I'm gonna cut all the way up. I just didn't want to cut my template up. And then I'm going to just take out this piece right here on the end. That part goes away. And then we'll just do little, just take off some of the corners so it folds a little bit easier. Right there and right there. Okay, very good, very good. All right. Whew, I scared myself there. All right, let's grab a bone folder, and then you're gonna wanna burnish all of your lines. Let's start here. Get off my scrap. When we were at that creamistry, I got it was called chocolate combustion. Oh my goodness, it was the most delicious chocolate. It wasn't like the kind of chocolate I ever get at a ice cream place. It was like, this was really good chocolate. It wasn't super duper sweet, so I could eat the whole thing and not get almost sometimes you know how you get almost nauseated because it's so ridiculously sweet. All right, now before I close up this little guy, I want to put in the this plaid. I think this is going to look cute on it. Now I did like this linen. This was like a linen thing that I did on that one, but I don't even know which. That would have been from last year's DSP. So anyhow, we're gonna do this DSP. This is 6 7/8. Now 6 7/8 is not going to work because this is 6 inches across. We're gonna have to get out a new DSP. Or why do I have it 6 7/8? It doesn't need to be that. I just need it to be like this. Huh, that is funny. Let's look at the other dimension. 2 7/8. So we're gonna do, I'm questioning all of my dimensions now. Okay, yes, 2 7/8 is fine. This is the 6 7/8. So it's going to have to be a little bit short on the back side, or you can cut 2 pieces. This is 1 piece. But if I'm going to use this plaid, I am going to have to do it into 2 pieces, and one side's going to be a little bit on the short side. All right, so 2 7/8 right there. Let's see how short. a little shorter than I want, but oh well. I guess what I can do is take some other scrap. We're gonna do something else there, because this is what we're doing. I wanted to use this plaid tidings. It's really pretty, and I've got a bunch of it, so I need to use it. Okay, so put you right there. So that should have been 2 7/8 by 6 7/8, but it is not. So we're going to do something different on the bottom. And then the other one is 2 7/8 by 3 1/2. So 2 7/8 again, and 3 1/2. Okay, so, and that is going on the front, right there. Cute, cute, cute. I don't know what is better to be, is it better to be like me, old, and you can eat anything you want, and it never really gives me any heartburn or troublesome in any way, but it makes me fat? Or is it better to be thin and be able to eat anything you want pretty much, but it does hurt your stomach all the time? That's not so good. I don't know. I don't know which is better, because we have friends in all those situations. I don't know which is better. All right, so let's put the side on here and on there. Where are my clips? I need a clip. Oop, 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 oop. There we go. Okay, maybe if I just hold it. I think I have a clip over here on the side. There's one. Boy, somebody's been calling me a lot today. Not sure why. And I'm not even sure why my phone is ringing that loud. I must have turned it on at some point in time. Okay, now we do have little handles on the back. So while that's going, aren't they cute? So here are the little handles. 1/2 inch by 4 inches. Oh, that's my piece that I scored. Let's do this. So 1/2 inch. Okay, 1/2 inch and 4 inches. And let's see if this one's 4. Oh, good, 4 inches. And then we're going to score that. Okay, so those are the little handles. And the score is 1/2 inch. Okay, so let me get it on there. It's kind of hard to do it with these little ones. 1/2 and 3 1/2. Or another 1/2 on the other side, whichever way your brain works. So 1/2 inch on each side, basically. So 1/2 inch. And then bring it over to 3 1/2 inch. All right, now those are the little handles. Cute, cute, cute. Oh, good, Mary. I'm glad you like it. It is a super cute little project. We'll see what we can do at the bottom on the back here. I could even use my little extra scrap and stick it on there if I want to. I don't know. I'll think about it as we go. Let's just do the. Oh, wait. Yeah, I can get my handles in all right without. I was thinking maybe I need to do that before my handles, are they going to fit on there? Oh, I am going to have to, because I kind of want the handles to go up, but I don't know if I want them to go up that much. All right, I was thinking I could put like, you know how some backpacks have a leather edge to it all the way around? You could do that and then emboss it. Wouldn't that be cute? But just for timeliness here, let's match up the. Oh, I can't match it up that direction. Oh my goodness! So even my my pattern will be off a tad there. Let's move it up. Maybe I better just move it up and it'll be less obvious. What do you think? Less obvious because it'll be under the strap. What do you think? Oh my goodness. We'll trim just a tiny, tiny piece here. There we go. There we go, that's better. Okay, I think that'll match up a little better, and then we'll just fix that. So you can make it work, it just needs a little bit of adjustment. There, okay. Now under my handles, it's gonna be less noticeable. All right, even though I can see that my plaid is like, off a tad. Okay, stick these on. It's super cute. All right, there. And I can use my plaid as kind of a little guide. We'll just stick you like this for a bit. Because I don't want it to, I don't think my clip is long enough to clip there. All right. You know, I was looking at our stamp stuff and wondering, I still have Pineapple Punch. Pineapple Punch is one color that we don't have a bright yellow anymore since they got rid of Pineapple Punch. I was wondering, do you guys have any favorite Stampin' Up! Colors that have gone missing? That are missing in action? Like I do? Because I am missing Pineapple Punch. I'm still using it, but it was a color I was sorry to see disappear. All right, so we'll hold this one too. Make sure you're staying on there good. Oh, so cute. All right, now I'm hoping that that will stay while we do this. We need to do these two things, okay? All right, so grab out a piece of Whisper White. Now here are my dimensions again for that backpack if you're wondering what it is. There's that. And I am gonna use cinnamon, where are you? I got out Cajun Craze, but I actually want cinnamon cider, the color. You like Pineapple Punch too. Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels a lack of yellow. I kind of wanted yellow. Another one that I'm missing is Grapefruit Grove. It's just the perfect shade of sherbet color for me. I really like that one. All right, so where did my stamp set go? There it is. It's on the side. We need the cards out. Grapefruit Grove. I would like that. I do, so I use those, but I feel bad when I have it and other people don't, and it's on my project. Okay, so I think stamping it off one is gonna match my actual cinnamon a little bit better. And then we'll use the Hope Your Day is All Fun and Games. And if you wanted to put dice in it, though, you could do like Yahtzee dice or something fun, you know, or Bunko. Bunko's a good game. And then you could use your, It's Your Day roll with it. That would be really cute. But I'm going to use this Hope one again. Let's see if I can get it on here straight. This block's kind of a little on the small side for that. All right, and I'm done with that stamp set, so let's put it aside. And get you out of there. And I'm just gonna cut them out. Not doing a whole lot of fancy here. Just gonna cut. There and there and there. And I could, if I wanted to, I could mount it you know, on some cinnamon, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna just glue it right on. One thing about plaid that's kind of nice is you have your lines all built right into it. So that's handy. You can get it nice and straight without even a lot of work. Oh, my directions are backwards. Oh no, Mary, I forgot to flip my camera today. I totally forgot to flip my camera today. Oh man, I was gone just for a tiny bit and I totally forgot all of my protocol. I'm so sorry. I will put this on our team page. The Crow's Nest Crafters. And then actually, I forgot this is Kathy Crow's cards. I'll have to do it on this page. What a dope. I can't believe I'm backwards. You guys should have told me. It's a little late now. All right, so there we go. And then this is going to go on this part. Now I have a tag under here that I wrote on. Oh, cute. I'm gonna love this. I've always really liked this little backpack. It's super cute. Okay, put on our glue. I want, this one's going last because it's in the front. So we'll just stick that on first. Make sure those are secure inside. Okay, and then making this front flap's going, closes last. And then you just have a nice front there. And then just pinch in the sides. Okay, just pinch it in and you've got your flap. And then once you've done your flap, you can figure out where you want to do your punch. Now this is a teeny one. I got the wrong one out, but you will do your punches for your tie. But I'm not going to do that right now because we're running long here on time. And then punch your holes here, then use a scissors or something or a pencil to mark where your holes are here so that they match. And then you just punch your holes here, and then you'll have, you know, a way to tie that in. I'm gonna just stick this on with dimensionals here to finish it off. All right, when I flip the camera up, I will look and see if I'm able to adjust. Oh, I'm making a super big mess here. I'll see if I can adjust it, and then I can show the dimensions, or I'll just write it on. I don't know. The problem is this is going on YouTube eventually, and it's pretty rough on people to. They can't find comments, you know, when you see it on YouTube. Oh my goodness, that dimensional was just thoroughly stuck to my nails. All right, there we go. Isn't that cute? All right, let me peek here really quick and see if I've got, there we go. Is that, no, that's not it, because that's looking at my ceiling. I don't see the, oh, there it is. I see it. That, and that, and where's the wrench? There should be a wrench here somewhere. There's the wrench. There's the, that is better. So I think we have the dimensions. All right, so now, see, it's showing it. It showed it crooked to me the whole time and I never even noticed it, but is it fixed now? So here are your dimensions. 8.5 by 9 was what we did at the beginning. And then you're scoring it at 3 inches, 4.5 inches, 7.5 inches, and 9 inches. And then you turn it and score the short side 1.5 and 5.25, but just part way to that last score line that you'll already have on that, okay? Because that's where you're gonna cut it off. And let me grab my my template here. Okay, so you will already have you will already have this score line in place when you do that, because that's why you want to do the short side last, so that you don't score all the way through, and then you can see where you need to cut it. Okay, so hopefully that's accurate. And then your DSP is supposed to be 6 7/8 by 2 7/8 and 3 1/2 by 2 7/8. And then your little handles are a 1/2 inch by 4 inches, and then scored at a 1/2 inch and 3 1/2 inch. All right, so now we have our dimensions accurate. So we did that one, and this is cute, especially after you get the little ties in there. All right, I got pretty toasty in here, and I still am just, I cannot believe I did not notice it here either. When I was looking at it, I didn't notice my little sign was backwards back there. Maybe next week I'll be back to normal. I do feel like I'm all discombobulated. I got all my laundry done from being away, but I'm off-centered. Next week I'll be back in real life. All right, you have a wonderful week. Stay cool, because it is warm all over. But we are nearing the end of the summer. It is August, so that means we need to spend up those bonus coupons you probably collected. Make sure you get that all spent by the end of this month. And then in September, you saw me use that cutting machine. If you are not a demonstrator, next month you'll be able to order our new cutting and embossing machine, and I really like it. I think in one of my newsletters, though, I said that the platform was slightly bigger, and it feels like it is, but I put then, after I'd written that already, I put our old one up right next to it, and I don't think it is. I don't think it actually is, but it seems to have a lot more give, because when I'm running my platform plates through, a lot of times I kind of get them off just a tiny bit like this. And with this new one, it doesn't seem to matter. It rolls through fine. With the old one, I had to take it out and adjust to make sure it was perfect as it went through, because there was just like no room on the sides. So I'm really happy to have this one, and its sides fold up, and so I can take it better and move it around easier. All right, have a wonderful week again, and thank you for sharing and being here with me and helping me through that. See, if you hadn't been here, I wouldn't have even known I was backwards. All right, we will see you next week. Bye. Oh, now I'm gonna say bye, but it's like because I did all of that, I can't find my off button. And here's the other cute thing about this, is it's got like, I've got stars all over me now. Are they showing up on my camera? No, they're not. Oh man, Facebook's got all kinds of stuff. I can't shut me out. Where am I? Where's my... No, go down. This is so funny. Oh good, now you're seeing all the dots. I do not know how to get rid of those dots. I am stuck in perpetual Facebook land, apparently, because I can't see my off button. This video might disappear, and I might have to do it all over again, because I'm going to have to just shut this down. All right, thanks a lot. We'll see you later. Bye.